I'm gonna do a pickup video right away. Teaser alert. Teaser alert. I generally don't like to buy games that I don't like. Not my style. You fucking hypocrite. What up, YouTube? This is Nate from Thriftdweller. It is 1:30 in the morning right now. Can't be too loud because literally the baby's sleeping above my head. This microphone I'm talking to. Why isn't he talking like this? Because I got a microphone. Like, people make fun of the snowball all the time, but hey, it's all I can afford. What up, YouTube? Nate, Thriftdweller, coming at you. Monday Nitro pickups. Don't know what the name of this video is yet. But before we get into the pickups, lots of really good stuff. Probably the best game I've ever shown in the new era of Thriftdweller. Keep that in mind. But I wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping. I shot 2 intros for this video. Hopefully the one I wanted to use worked. I did a video blog where I talked to the people, and I actually responded to a lot of the comments online, but OBS has been a real bitch lately, trying to record in 1080p, and it like totally desyncs the audio from the video. Desync, is that a word? But yeah, it screws up the video, and it's just unwatchable in my opinion. So the main point of that video blog that we lost, that you'll probably never see, is the fact that I just wanted to thank everyone for participating in the June month of giveaways on Thriftdweller, where every scheduled video this month, Monday and Friday usually, you know, I can't foresee technical difficulties, but all the scheduled videos 2 a week will have prize associated with them, and it's free to enter for everyone, just as a thank you for the people who always follow us and constantly comment. And but yeah, mostly it's a thank you, not a bribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So far we've given away, or are going to be giving away, a retro duo and a retro bit package with a Vault Boy bobblehead, which if you look online, those bobbleheads are going for like $20 right now. Not a big Fallout fan, so maybe someone can comment below and let me know why they're $20. Seems like a lot, but really easy to enter. Like I said, we ship worldwide. All you got to do in the videos that have prizes associated with them, as long as the expiry time hasn't passed, you just comment below that you're subscribed and you rated the video. That gets you 1 entry, and we always scatter questions within the video that you kind of have to watch the video to find those questions, but each of the questions, when you answer them on the comment for that video, gets you another additional entry to that prize package, as well as on Facebook and on Instagram and all that. There's going to be extra ways to win, and it's really just a loose contest for everyone to say thank you. And of course, Thriftdweller always has the last word. Now that is out of the way for this video, we are going to be giving away Project X Zone 2. Promotional wall scroll that we got from our friend at the retro video game store in the city. That actually he doesn't work there anymore, but he gave this to us. I really want to keep it. It's a really beautiful wall scroll, but I got lots of shit in my room anyways. I gotta get rid of some stuff. That will be shipped to you. You know how to enter. Oh, I got blurry all of a sudden. That will be shipped to you if you win. You know how to enter already. So okay, I got lots of stuff here. I got like t-shirts from Hammer and Barrel, which is a new t-shirt company I want to start in the city here and hopefully grow it to online, Kickstarter and all that good jazz. Got an artist on board for that, web space, hammerandbarrel.com, check it out. And yeah, it's really early in its infancy. You know, we're going to look to sponsor some video bloggers on YouTube, people who represent the video gaming community to the fullest and give back. Obviously, that's the type of people that we want to attract and the type of people we want to be. Like, still haven't worked out all the metrics yet, but a certain percentage of everything that we make in profit goes towards charity. I'm just putting out all the messes in this room. Boxes of giveaways right behind me, boxes of giveaways way over there, and you can see right over there, that's another box that we're going to give away. A bunch of prizes on that table for the month of Thriftdweller giveaways. So yeah, stay tuned to the channel. That's a really long housekeeping part of this video, but like I said, this is Monday Nitro Pickups. We go over the pickups for the week. Well, they used to be weekly, not weekly anymore, probably monthly, but there's like 3 of us that collect games on Thriftdweller now, so we can pretty much do weekly if Gary and Ian shoot videos for their pickups. But this is my pickups. Good stuff. Like I said, probably the craziest game I've ever shown in the new era of Thriftdweller. But before we do that, all 3 segments I will explain to you now. Raz. Just so you know, we do all our pickup videos in 3 segments. The first segment, ding ding ding, we call it shelf padding. That name actually didn't originate from Grubgun. He might have come up with the term, I don't know. First person I ever heard use the term shelf padding. Actually, comment below. Did you like when I did a Monday Nitro Pickups live? That'll be the first question to enter to win that Project X Zone scroll somewhere behind me here. Did you like it live? You lose a little bit of the video quality, but right now I'm recording 720p, not 1080p. Did you like a live one? I thought that'd be cool if we could get enough people to like comment. Like last time we had like maybe 5 or 6 people asking us questions as we did a live video thing, which I thought was really cool. If you want to see that again, let me know. Comment it below. 30% off of Valley Village. You got these 3 games here. There's some pretty good titles in here, but for the most part, sorry, I own all these already, so that's why they're in shelf padding. I bought them because they were 30% off, $5 each. First one. I'll show you. I gotta rip these open. Probably the best game in this lot for $5. Adventure Island for the Game Boy. Bam. Donkey Kong for the Game Boy. It's like a verification thing. I always open the packages on camera so that you can see like what's going on. Look at what's going on with my hair. I got a mohawk now. I'm rocking a mohawk. Just my stance on being an anarchist, I guess. Nah. Kirby's Dream Land. Probably the second Game Boy game I've ever played in my life next to Tetris, because Tetris obviously came with the Game Boy. I thought it was really cool because it came with the plastic cases as well. So good deals for those. $5 minus 30% off. Let me know what you think about anything here. Comment it below. Secret location. Real Thriftdweller fans will know what this is. Dance Dance Revolution Extreme 2. Look at that. You beat that price? I should cover that. Can you beat that price? Same store. I don't want to share my secrets here with people. 50 cents for... Now, this isn't your typical retro or a Thriftdweller pickup there. This is a computer game, but loved this game growing up. Was that 2000? Or 3000, sorry? Yeah, that's a good game. Sim Theme Park is a good game, even though they're computer games. There you go. Sim Theme Park again, Gold Edition, and Sim Coaster. 4 titles! That's like 25 cents each, divided by 2. Do the math. 12.5 cents. I know, I'm just kidding. Look at this. This game has to be good for 50 cents. Look at that. You could tell it's a Tonka game right there. Space Station. Maybe my daughter will want to play it. I don't know. The true essence of shelf padding right here. So I'm looking at myself, so like I'll show, hey, look at this game, dumbass. It's right here. I think that's it for shelf padding. Not bad. Not bad. Between shelf padding and No Cheaps, which is round 2, games that we actually wanted to pick up. Movies. Everyone knows I like to collect DVDs. Actually, it was really funny. The internet went out in our area here during a really bad storm, and it was like an hour. And I'm like, I get to watch a DVD. That's why physical media is really good stuff here. Undead. Maple. They make a lot of B movies here. I don't know. It says Crazy has come to town for a visit. You can't beat, this is, what is this one? I think this was $1 at a thrift store out of town. I will watch that. Like I said, when the power went out, my wife and I watched Seinfeld on DVD, which is awesome here. $4.99 for the, I think this is the first season of South Park. There you go. Canadian. All the Canadians on South Park look like that. Do I look like that? Well, you get the first full season here of South Park. Probably my favorite season because it's the one I watched the most of. There you go, Jesus fighting Satan in a boxing match. Okay, that's all the movies we got. Round 2. You would have seen on a previous video blog series and pick a video. Went to Brandon. Met up with 64-Bit Matthew. The EB Games over there gave me these cards as promotional items, obviously, for the new Doom game that was coming out. Really cool looking cards, though. Obviously, these don't like fit in baseball card sleeves or anything like that, but I love promo stuff. I think that was cool. The Revenant. There's actually supposed to be 3. There you go. I don't know. That's Mancubus. Really cool Doom. One of those games that we obviously all know and love. AVGN did a retrospective gameplay thing of the first Doom, which, you know, if you're a gamer, you know Doom. If you're an early gamer like me, first PC game I remember playing at my Uncle Chris's house was Doom. I know it wasn't the first-person shooter game that ever came out, but still, good stuff on that game. I got 2 more. They taped them together, all 3 packs. So, I'll add that on here. If you win that Project X Zone ball scroll, this will be in there as well. If you want me to autograph each, I would probably be this guy, so I would autograph this for you if you request it. This would probably be Lester because he looks like a brain. And there's Ian, the most athletic one of the group right there. We'll each sign those for you if you want it. If you win, we'll ask you again on that video. Look at this here, and the nice display right here. $5 for Wii games at a pawn shop. Titanic, obviously. Hidden Mysteries. Really surprised. Like this game, it looked interesting. Well, I bought it. If you know me, you know that I don't keep up with prices online and stuff like that. I'm not the best online price guy. And I only look them up for these videos. Kind of like a nice surprise. I prefer to be local. Like everything you see here, I bought 1 game way over here. Mega Man 6 I bought, I think, online. And maybe Resident Evil 2 on my GameCube collection. 2 games out of 2,000 plus. I don't know how much games I have. I think it's over 2,000. I bought online. Seriously, I prefer the local scene. Half the hobby for me is going to the flea markets and interacting with the resellers and stuff like that, other collectors. That is the bread and butter of collecting. For me, anyways. Never tell you how to collect, but for me, the social aspect is a huge part about collecting retro video games. That's why I started the Retro Video Game Convention in our city. That's why I'm starting the t-shirt company for gamers, giving the opportunity for gamers to give back to the world. That's another video. Lost in Shadow, $5. Recommended by Gary on our channel here. Game Over Gary, Gangbang Gary, whatever you guys want to call him. $5 for this game. Wii games are starting to find their spot on the prices. This is what I'm hearing anyways from 64-bit Matthew. Good time to jump on them now while they're really relatively cheap anyways. Because I think once the Wii U dies, the prediction generally amongst friends of mine is that the Wii games will go up. Back to that thrift store from out of town. 25 cents. Why am I hiding this? I don't know why I'm hiding this. 25 cents. Day of the Tentacle. Hardcore gamer game right here. If you know this. Second question. Where did this game come from? Or what spin-off series spawned this game? Day of the Tentacle. Comment it below. That'll be your second entry to win the prize package for this video. LucasArts game. Rest in peace, LucasArts. Actually, we are going to do a long format video about this series that this game is related to. There's a hint for you right there. But yeah, 25 cents for a computer game. I think Lester, he's the brains of Thriftdweller. Find me an emulator for my computer and probably an external disk drive because the computer I bought has no disk drive. It's a fucking new age, man. No discs. I love to play some old computer games. For real. $4.99 minus 30% off at the thrift store. Got these little suction cups. This is a quick shot. I think most notably for me growing up was that gray joystick that people use probably for Top Gun. This is pretty much like the, what is that, the NES Advantage ripoff. You even got the slow motion going here. You got to plug it into 1 and 2 player ports. It gives you the advantage. Like this table actually perfect for this. Like suction cup, excellent. First impressions of this. Probably gonna suck. For the Abby pickup of the video in honor of my dog that died. I miss you, Abby. Basically the best value pickup of this video. Really underrated game. For $1, my wife picked this up for me. Splatterhouse for the 360. I know a lot of people would say, you know, this game came out a long time ago. Criticisms of the game include repetitive gameplay and weird, you know, epic slowdown, which is really just the hardware pushing itself to play this game in inappropriate spots. But damn, Splatterhouse, I played it on the PS3. Killer title. I picked it up from Walmart in a discount bin, like for $10. Best $10 I spent that year, guaranteed. The gameplay, you know, it's kind of like God of War maybe for some people, very repetitive like that. Dante's Inferno is a game I would compare it to, but really awesome, gruesome action, which is what Splatterhouse is really known for. Here it is on the PS3, and the reason I believe this is an excellent pickup, you can unlock all 3 original Splatterhouse games. Fucking worth it. Like, honest, I don't swear much, but when I do, it's Splatterhouse. Know what I mean? Like, goddamn, whatever. People will criticize this game, but lots of awesome gruesomeness, which is what I really love. Amazing game. Thriftdweller recommended by me. Great value on the game. You probably pick it up for $5 used. Totally. Go pick it up. And the last of the not the shelf padding, no cheaps. Scarface for the Wii. I could probably sit here and quote Scarface. I can sit here and quote Scarface all day. I call him Starface. God damn. Scarface. First you get the money. Huh?
What's your name? Elvira Rock.
I like to see where he's dancing with Michelle Pfeiffer. Just the worst dance moves ever. And he's picking her up, eh? Michelle Pfeiffer. Right? Michelle Pfeiffer, the only Catwoman for Nathaniel. God dang. Better than Anne Hathaway. Batman 2 from Michael Keaton. Still one of my favorite Batman ever. Anyways, yes. You play Scarface. And you rule the world and get gunned down in a hailstorm of bullets and glory. Good movie. Game's probably not going to live up to that movie. But still, $5. Really happy to add that to the collection. And the most notorious maple syrup pickup of the week. Really funny when I shoot this video. I have to like constrain myself for not talking very loud. Thank God I got the microphone here, so I can whisper to you when you want to hear me, and I don't have to be too loud. There's a long story behind this. Action 52. I will show you in more close-up glory. But basically the story goes, my coworker mentioned that she was cleaning the attic, found her old Action 52. Now I thought it was literally just the cartridge, you know? And I was like, alright, whatever. Working out a trade. If you follow Thriftdweller, you know I never put up the values of games from friends and family. I never discuss it, you know, because that's a private thing between me and my coworker. But needless to say, I traded her a Super Nintendo and an undisclosed amount of money, thinking I knew the price of the cartridge. Like I said, I'm very local. I don't know online prices. I think a lot of online prices are super inflated, incorrect, inaccurate. A lot of the prices are what people hope to get or think it's worth, when in the reality it's only worth whatever somebody will pay you for it. I actually asked my buddy, he's a pretty big reseller in the city, Diamond Bomb, what he thinks it goes for, and he's like, he's never seen it in the city. But the condition of this thing for the age is pretty outstanding. It even comes with that inside sleeve, like the paper sleeve that goes around the cartridge. And if you remember season 2 opener of Thriftdweller, 64-bit Matthew, I knew a guy who had this game hidden in the back, big crack along the back of the cartridge. I've been holding on to that nugget of information for over a year, and the first person I told about that, 64-bit Matthew, and he made out with a trade, pretty much the same trade that I made, console, undisclosed amount of money. But my coworker comes up to me and she's like, oh yeah, here you go, Nate. And it was complete in box. I did not expect that. I don't even know what this goes for, and a piece of me does not want to know what it goes for. The fact is that I paid my coworker what I thought was full retail for the cartridge, because, you know, I strive to be honest. She's my coworker, wonderful lady. You know, obviously she doesn't play Nintendo games or whatever. This was just in her attic, and her son wanted to play Super Nintendo games. So I said, hey, here's the Super Nintendo fully working and some money. to make up for it. She thought it wasn't worth it. I said, no, I swear, you keep the money in the console. It's a fair trade. And she thought she was ripping me off. I think we still made out even. Obviously, I'm not going to keep this game to resell it. Typical hypocrite me, you know, how many times I say, I would never pay, I don't understand people paying, you know, hundreds of dollars for a game that sucks just to have it on the shelf. Like, I understand if you're a real collector and you want to own a piece of history. Here, I'll put this in the shot there. And you want to, oh, that's going to fall off. And you want to own a piece of history, I can get with that a little bit more than, like, is it a status symbol thing that a lot of people will pay high prices for a game they're never going to play? I've always justified not buying expensive games because you can get them for free off the internet. To me, this game is worth exactly what I paid for it. I think I overpaid for this game, but that's the cheapest man in the city speaking. I believe this game is way overpriced online. I really do. Really do. There's not one good game on this thing. If you haven't seen the gameplay of this game, 64-bit Matthew made a let's play of all the games, all 52 painful games he played probably in 1 hour worth of playing. None of these games are good on here. So look at this. Suggested retail price, $200 for this back in the day. That was before inflation. $200 is probably, like, with the rate of inflation nowadays, this is probably $500 back in the day. Oh, god dang, this consumer society of mine, that's been really weighing heavily on my mind. If you don't want to watch anymore, I understand. That is all the pickups I have for today. Yeah, that is all the pickups I have for today. Personally, I think not a bad week for me. I don't try anymore. You know who's having crazy pickups? CJR. I think not a bad week for me. I don't try anymore. You know who's having crazy pickups? CJR and Business 17. Those they're getting like stacks of games. And CJR, you know, he's been really lucky lately. He put this quote up. We put it on our Facebook about, like, luck is only there if you have the foresight and preparation to be available for the opportunity. Something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Luck is luck. Being there is being there. Like, I've been lucky in places I was not prepared to go. I just happened to be walking by. But I understand the sentiment of his statement. So, like, my collecting's gone down. Because in my mind, I have everything I've ever wanted when I started collecting. You know, I was only looking for the games I grew up with, which is mainly Punch-Out, Mario's, some RPGs here and there. Mostly Brawl Brothers and Final Fight. Most of the games I was looking for. Off the bat, done. When I started collecting, you could find those at the thrift store for like 50 cents to $1. No lie. I've said it many times. That's why, you know, when people who have just gotten in the game and they're trying to justify the prices of all these games, I'm like, dude, the reason I got into collecting was because it was underappreciated and undervalued, in my opinion, because to me it was worth more than 50 cents. That's why I think people from my generation kind of rebel against those prices. And you won't see me go to the thrift store anymore, especially with a baby girl. Takes so long to get her dressed, and especially in the wintertime, got to put on them boots. And what used to be like a 10-minute trip has become a 40-minute odyssey for me. And half the time at the thrift store, they're behind glass, super expensive, or there's nothing there anymore. And you know what? I got everything I've ever wanted. Why am I being greedy and still picking up things that I necessarily don't need? I harp back on this consumerism society of ours, and it does weigh heavily on me a little bit in terms of morality, I guess. Perpetrating this consumeristic society and going on YouTube and putting up videos about collecting and consuming, when part of me wants to say to the people, being a consumer has gotten our society into some trouble that probably we'll never get out of. I'm getting deep here, okay? After my dog died, which is probably a month ago now, I've been watching a lot of Vegan Gains. If anyone's seen his channel, he's actually from Canada. Recommend you check out his channel. He just harks on people about the moral superiority of veganism. which, not my style. I'm not going to tell people how to live their lives. But the thing I got from his channel, other than being really entertained by his stuff, check him out, by the way, he refers to a lot of studies and to a lot of people who are studying the effects of animal consumption, animal product consumption on humans. And, you know, I've been watching him for a long time, and something in me clicked when my dog died. Meat became very unappetizing to me. It's really weird. I'm still sorting out the feelings in my mind. My dog passing away really fucked me up for a little bit, just to be honest with you. And yeah, I haven't actually. It's been 3 weeks now. I say I'm a vegetarian. Ian bought me a chili burger once, and I felt bad, and I ate it. It tasted pretty good and disgusting at the same time. What do you compare that to? So, you know, in that 3 week span, I've had one burger. You know, I'm still transitioning. Please forgive me. Actually, Lester came over one time, and I think he brought over like an egg McMuffin, sausage and egg McMuffin. My wife and my daughter still eat meat. Whatever. I'm not taking the moral superiority stance to it. It's just personally, for me, it's a decision I made because it became unappetizing to me. Just, I think, constantly building up, watching people like vegan gains. For a year, people may not have known, because you can tell by my size, I eat a lot. I've done one vegetarian meal a day in my effort to transition, but it took something like my dog passing away, something in my mind clicked. I think it's watching my dog suffer maybe, and then seeing the videos of really bad farming practices that we don't question when we eat our food, we just eat it. You know, we don't question where it comes from and all that. Anyways, where was I? I think I started this I want to say I garden. The majority of this weekend I've spent outside gardening. I do container gardening because we have a lot of rabbits in this area, and they eat a lot of the people's produce. But Grow Your Greens is another channel I recommend. All the channels I recommend, I'll put clips of them here and descriptions of them in the video. Yeah, do you guys do anything? Is this a concern of yours? Please let me know. I'll even put an entry for you guys. Like I said, do you have another hobby that maybe produces something instead of being more consumeristic in our society? Is that a word? Because a lot of what Thriftdweller does is about being a consumer. Even though, like, personally myself, I edit a lot of the videos on YouTube for this channel, and I've tried to get away from that a little bit and focus more about, you know, Thriftdweller. Really, it's a group of friends since childhood, and just those bonds that we've had. I've tried to focus more on that and less about the consumerism. Obviously, you need to have a channel on YouTube, something that people gravitate to and they understand, which is pickup videos, retro video games, because that's the market we reach. You know what I'm saying? But try to throw a little bit of non-consumerism in there. Balance is everything in life, in my opinion. Live the life that you want to live, as long as you're not hurting anybody. But yeah, I personally, I think I needed a lot more balance in my life, focus a lot more on my family, and less on consuming everything and giving back. People who know me personally, they know I like to give back. Obviously, done 2 conventions back to back, all for charity. I lost money on each of those conventions too, which I'm not complaining about. But just to use the power of the video gaming community, which is something I want to focus a lot more on than just the actual items. People, a specific cohort, who are people in a society that who have shared the same historical upbringing and can relate to certain things that have happened. To use that cohort of people to do something good, and to not propagate the idealism of lazy gamers, you know, the prejudice thinking like that, and say, hey, gamers are some of the nicest people I've ever met. Some of my best friends I've met because we have all shared the experiences of being video game fans growing up, something we cling on to from our childhood, and obviously it consumes us today. I wanted to take that and do something really good with it. Same thing I'm doing with Hammer and Barrel, the t-shirt company that I started with a friend of mine, local artist here, and obviously Lester Ian, very supportive of it. You know, it's a t-shirt company that obviously as we go along, I would like to improve the product to use more environmentally friendly suppliers, stuff like, you know, it's a process. We're growing with it. We use local artists who specialize in video game art. We've sponsored a couple local kids to go out to Toronto, get on my level Smash tournament. Really happy. The guy we sponsored, his name is Clayton. Cassius. Sorry, Cassius. He placed 39th out of like 1,000 people. We sponsored that kid, man. But we got to be more strict on how we sponsor people instead of just giving them money. You know, what we're looking for and everything. But yeah. And the majority of the proceeds from that will go obviously to continuing the line of shirts, but also giving back to charities that are worthwhile. Some of the charities that I've supported in the past, Lighthouse Mission is a homeless shelter in Winnipeg. And me and Ed from River City Retro Gaming delivered over 500 pounds of food and clothing to them. That's a lot of stuff. That might not sound like a lot, but that was like 3 SUV loads of stuff. Doing lots of good things in the name of video games. Like I said, if you didn't want to watch this, I'm sorry that I made you sit through all that. But I did lose the vlog that I initially wanted to put out, and a lot of that contained what I said now. So thank you guys very much for watching. I know it's late. Hopefully you enjoyed this content. Maybe you walked away with something. Let me know in the comments below. And like I said, if you want to... I threw it. I shouldn't have thrown it. It's too far now. If you want to win that Project X Zone wall scroll and pack of Doom cards signed by Thriftdweller, you know what to do. Answer the questions. Comment below that you're a subscriber and you rated this video. You're in. Thank you guys very much for watching me. Follow all the social media things here. This is Nate from Thriftdweller. Peace.